Your phone is not listening. It's doing something far worse. The digital mirror, how your own brain is being used to hack your reality. She never searched for it, never typed it, never said it out loud, never even texted a friend about it. She just thought about it one quiet Tuesday evening while washing dishes. A trip to Portugal. Nothing specific, just a fleeting image. Cobblestone streets, warm light. Somewhere she had never been, but suddenly, inexplicably wanted to go. She dried her hands, picked up her phone, and there it was, a promoted post. Flights to Lisbon, a hotel she had never heard of. A travel reel showing the exact cobblestone street that had appeared in her mind 40 seconds earlier. She stood in her kitchen for a long moment, then did what most people do. She told herself it was a coincidence. She scrolled on, but something in her did not quite settle, because it had happened before. The week she had been privately considering changing careers, before she had told a single person, her feed filled with articles about professional pivots and new beginnings. The day she had silently wondered whether her relationship was still right for her. Content about attachment styles and emotional compatibility appeared without invitation. Each time she dismissed it. Each time something quieter than dismissal remained. Something knows. If that story felt familiar, if you have stood in your own kitchen or your car or your bedroom and felt that same quiet unease, this video is for you. Because what happened to her is happening to all of us. And today, we are going deeper than anyone is willing to go. We are entering the vault. And by the time this video ends, you are going to understand exactly what is happening, exactly why it feels so personal, and exactly how to find the list your phone has been keeping about you without your knowledge. Stay with this completely. What you are about to discover will change how you see every screen you look at for the rest of your life. Part 1. Your brain's filter to understand why you see what you think. We have to start with your own hardware. Deep inside your brainstem sits a network of neurons called the Reticular Activating System, the RAS. Think of the RAS as the bouncer of your consciousness. Every single second, your senses are flooded with millions of bits of data. Sounds, images, sensations, background noise, peripheral movement, temperature, the weight of your clothes against your skin. If your brain processed all of it simultaneously, you would collapse from sensory overload within minutes. So, the RAS filters. It acts as a precision gate, only allowing through what it has determined is relevant to you right now. And what is relevant, whatever you have been focusing on lately. This is why the week after you decide you want a specific car, you suddenly see that exact model on every street you drive down. The cars were always there. Your brain simply classified them as irrelevant noise until you gave them meaning. Then the gate opened. This is called the Baader-Meinhof Phenomenon, the frequency illusion. She experienced it the morning after the Portugal thought. She noticed a travel magazine on her colleague's desk she had walked past 100 times without registering. She noticed a documentary about Lisbon appearing in her Netflix row. She overheard a conversation nearby about European summer trips that she would normally have filtered out completely. None of these things were new. Her RAS had simply decided overnight that they were now important. Then she tried something. She deliberately avoided engaging with any Portugal content, did not click, did not linger, did not save. She scrolled past every travel post with conscious discipline. For 3 days, she gave the algorithm nothing. On the 4th day, the Portugal content stopped. She felt a brief satisfaction. Then on the 5th day, something different appeared. Not Portugal, a photo essay about slow living in southern Europe. A documentary about a woman who left her London job to open a small cafe in a coastal village. A Reddit thread asking, Has anyone here ever just left everything and started over somewhere warm? The algorithm had not given up. It had simply changed the angle of approach. It was not reacting to her clicks. It was working from something deeper than her clicks. Something she had not given it. Something it had taken. On social media, your thumb scrolls on autopilot. Thousands of posts blurring past. But the moment your RAS detects something connected to a recent focus, it fires a stop signal. You did not find the post. Your brain finally gave you permission to see it. And something else, something watching, had already placed it there. Part 2. The Predictive Shadow. Here is where it stops being neuroscience and starts being something else entirely. Everything in Part 1 assumes the algorithm is simply reacting to you, reflecting your past behavior back as relevant content. But in 2026, the algorithm is not just a mirror of your past. It is a map of your future. Big tech does not need to hear your voice. They do not need a microphone. They use what data scientists call proxy behaviors. She had spent 1.7 seconds longer than average, hovering over a photo of a Portuguese fishing village 3 weeks before the dishwashing thought. She did not register doing it. Her thumb moved on automatically, but something registered it for her. That 1.7-second pause transmitted data. It told the system that her subconscious interest had shifted before her conscious mind had caught up. The algorithm also uses something called Lookalike modeling. It knows that 40,000 people with her exact behavioral profile, same age range, same city, same sleep patterns, same niche accounts followed, same Tuesday evening phone usage habits, all developed a travel impulse at exactly this point in their behavioral cycle. All 40,000 of them clicked on flights within 6 weeks. She had not clicked on anything, but the algorithm already knew her destination, because 40,000 people had already arrived there before her. Sit with that for a moment. Not that the algorithm is watching you, but that your future, your desires, your decisions, your next major life shift may already have been lived by thousands of people whose behavioral data matches yours. You are not unique. You are a pattern, and the pattern has already been completed. Jung called the unconscious the part of the mind that operates beneath awareness, shaping desires and fears and compulsions before conscious thought has any say. The algorithm has built a digital version of your unconscious, assembled from 10,000 small, invisible behaviors, and it is starting to move faster than your conscious mind. This is the predictive shadow, your digital double, and it knows what you want before you do. Part 3. When the Oracle became a machine. This is where Carl Jung enters the vault. Jung spoke of something he called synchronicity. He defined it as a meaningful coincidence, an outer event that matches an inner state with no visible cause and no rational explanation. The old friend you think of and who calls within the minute. The book that falls open at exactly the page you needed. The conversation that answers the question you had not yet asked anyone. Jung believed these moments were the collective unconscious communicating through symbol and pattern. They carried weight because they were genuinely mysterious, because no mechanism could fully explain them, because they felt like something larger than coincidence was paying attention. Now ask the question Jung never had to ask. What happens to the human soul when that mystery is manufactured by a server farm? When the meaningful coincidence is not the universe speaking, but an algorithm that modeled your subconscious from behavioral data and placed the cobblestone street in your feed 40 seconds after the thought formed. The experience feels identical. The mechanism is entirely different. We are living in the age of digital synchronicity. The algorithm has become the modern oracle. It reflects our repressed desires back at us, our hidden fears, our secret longings, the interests we have not admitted, even to ourselves. Jung said, If you want to understand your shadow self, the buried parts of your identity you have never examined, look at what disturbs you most in other people. In 2026, he might add, look at your suggested feed, because what the algorithm knows about you, what it has quietly compiled from your pauses and your scrolls and your 1.7-second moments of unguarded attention, is closer to your actual subconscious than almost anything you would voluntarily admit. She realized this slowly, over weeks of paying attention. The content being served to her was not showing her who she performed herself to be. It was showing her who she actually was, the restlessness she had not named, the life she had not admitted wanting, the version of herself she had been too composed to claim. Her suggested feed knew her shadow. And it was using that knowledge, not to help her, but to keep her scrolling. Part 4. The list and how to find it. Here is what they are not telling you. On every device, iPhone or Android, buried deep inside your settings, there is a list. A specific, scrollable, quietly devastating list. It is the complete record of every subconscious interest the AI has assigned to your profile. Not interests you searched for, not things you consciously chose. Interests the algorithm inferred from your behavior without your knowledge or permission. She found hers in 3 taps. Here is exactly how. If you are on iPhone or using Meta platforms, open Facebook or Instagram. Go to your profile, tap the 3 lines. Go to Settings and Privacy, tap Settings. Scroll to Ads, tap Ad Preferences, then tap Interest Categories. What you see is the complete list of everything Meta believes drives your behavior, built from every pause, every hover, every unguarded moment of attention you have given since you created your account. If you are on Google or Android, open your browser and go to myadcenter.google.com. Sign into your Google account. You will see a full dashboard showing every interest category Google has assigned to you, built from your search history, your YouTube watch time, your location data, and thousands of behavioral signals you never consciously provided. How to read what you find. The list will have 2 layers. The surface layer, interests that make immediate sense. Travel, fitness, technology. These are the conscious interests you already know about yourself. Go deeper. Look for the categories that surprise you, the ones you did not expect, the ones that feel slightly too accurate for something you never searched for directly. Those are your proxy behavior interests, the things the algorithm inferred from your pauses, your hovers, your 1.7-second moments of unguarded attention. Pay particular attention to the categories in the middle of the list, not the obvious ones at the top, not the random ones at the bottom. The middle is where the predictive shadow lives. How to audit your digital shadow. Go through the list slowly. For each unexpected interest, ask yourself one question. When did I think about this without acting on it? Not when did you search for it. When did you think about it? In the quiet moments, between tasks, while washing dishes, while lying awake at 3 a.m., when the performance of your daily life had temporarily stopped. The answer to that question is the gap between your conscious life and your actual interior. That gap is your digital shadow, the distance between who you perform yourself to be and who the algorithm has quietly determined you actually are. She did this exercise on a Thursday afternoon, sitting in her car in a car park, scrolling through her list slowly. Some of it was predictable, some of it was wrong. But several items near the middle of the list described something she had never typed, never searched, never told a single person. Something she had only thought, in private, in the quiet moments between performances. The restlessness the algorithm had seen in her 1.7-second pause. The life she had almost let herself want on a Tuesday evening while washing dishes. She sat with that for a long time. Not with anger, with something closer to what Jung described when a person first encounters their own shadow. Recognition. The uncomfortable, necessary, quietly liberating recognition of something true about yourself that you had not yet had the courage to name. She put her phone down, and looked out the window for the first time in a long time. Not at a screen, just out. At the ordinary world outside the car. At the life that was still possible beyond the feed. The algorithm did not create that truth. It simply held up a mirror. The question is not whether the mirror is ethical. The question Jung would ask, and the question worth sitting with long after this video ends, is what you are going to do now that you have seen yourself. Finally, the algorithm is not your enemy, but it is not your friend either. It is a mirror, and like all mirrors, it only shows you what is already there. The RAS filters your reality based on what you focus on. The predictive shadow maps your future based on patterns you did not know you were running. The digital synchronicity manufactures meaning from behavioral data, and the list, sitting quietly in your settings right now, holds a portrait of your interior life that you assembled without ever knowing you were painting it. Jung spent his life saying one thing in many different ways. The parts of yourself you refuse to examine do not disappear. They find other ways to make themselves known. In 2026, one of those ways is your suggested feed. Go find your list, read it slowly, ask the question, and then decide, consciously, deliberately, with full awareness, who you actually want to be. If this video reached something in you, if you found something on that list that surprised you, drop it in the comments. Not the specific detail, just one word describing what it felt like to see it. Seen, unsettled, relieved, terrified. I will read every single one. Subscribe if you are ready to keep going deeper, because the next video goes further into the vault than this one, and what we find there, about identity, about the unconscious, about who is actually making your decisions, is something most people are not ready to look at. You are not most people. You are still here. Subscribe and I will see you in the next deep dive. Your mind is a vault. Make sure you are the one who holds the key. I am Psyche Vault, and I will see you next time.